I think, yeah, we're going to have a grand old time. We're live on the internet.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, William Bookwalter.
Bill Bookwalter will call the shots.
Here I stand, innocent and lost, broken limbs, prove that I am guilty by dissociation, on an accessory. Guilty by dissociation, on an accessory.
Chkm8 MMA.
Oh, we're back. The original two. I'm Price. Bill Bookwalter to my right.
Here we are again.
Fight Show episode 65, powered by Chkm8 Specialty Roasters. We had some technical difficulties. Sorry if we're a couple minutes late. Appreciate you guys sticking in. We got somebody we're very excited to have in the back. Bring him out here in a minute. But as always, episode 65, powered by Chkm8 Specialty Roasters. I'm Bill Bookwalter. Or I'm Price. Bill Bookwalter's over there. Shit's got me all fucked up. Tanner Canada will be with us in about 15. But I'm going to go ahead and kick it to Bill. You want to tell him about Chkm8 Specialty Roasters, Bill, and then you want to intro our buddy waiting in the wings, and I'll bring him in.
Okay, I will do that. Chkm8 Specialty Roasters. We have, oh my God, Cinnamon Stare Down is my favorite. Gary, you put me on the spot here. This is Cinnamon Stare Down. We also have 6 other flavors in there. Organic, specialty roasted, fresh made to order. Tiny link URL. I always
we'll put it down here. Well, I'm trying to do double duty tonight. We'll pull it down here at the bottom. But yes, we do have our own coffee, Chkm8 Specialty Roasters. tinyurl.com/Chkm8 Roasters. Fresh roasted, specialty grade to order. The Christmas drop's still up. It'll be up till we get back from Philly. And I'll segue into that because we'll be there seeing this man that's coming up here to talk to you guys. Bill, you want to tell the people who's getting ready to pop on their screen?
All right, I'm very excited about this one. This is I refereed prominently on the Philadelphia scene for about 8 years. This guy was, man, I knew when this guy was fighting, it was going to be a good card. I knew I was not going to be disappointed. He is 29 years old. He is, according to Tapology, 5'10", 172.5 pounds. He is 4-1 as a pro, 7-3 as an amateur, and he fights January 25th at the Wells Fargo Center in the first ever bare knuckle fighting championship event in Pennsylvania. He's a part of history. He will go to mass on Christmas and post pictures on Instagram. He will hug his mom on Friday. He will kick your ass on Saturday. And Sunday, he will cook sausage and peppers and never think about you again. He's an Italians, South Philadelphia's own Johnny Garbarino, man. This guy's awesome. I love this guy.
I love the intro. It was great.
I love this fucking guy, dude. He embraces that shit. Johnny Garbarino, man. Just, man, it was always entertaining when you were fighting, man. I loved it. I remember you. I would not forget you. You were not forgettable.
I like having you
doing,
as a ref. I'm great. Thank you so much, guys, for having me on your show. It's a pleasure.
You're awesome, dude.
Been excited for this for a while now.
All right, let's dive right into it, man. There was a day that young Johnny Garbarino had never been into a mixed martial arts gym. He'd never thrown a punch in a formal training session. What's your why? Why did Johnny Garbarino start MMA, start fighting? What's up? Give me the backstory.
There's a lot of different intangibles that played into this career. I'll start with when I was a kid. I basically grew up fighting, as we all did. I mean, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us, especially in a South Jersey, South Philadelphia area. Just growing up, we were little nuts, and we were always on the street. We had to fight. Whether it's walking home from school, in school, or just like, playground stuff, or even in sports. But before that, I was in martial arts at about 3 or 4 years old. I started at American Karate, and that was my first form of martial arts besides like street fighting. And then I stayed in there probably until about 11, 12 years old. And I just always trained outside of like all regular sports. I always was involved with MMA, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, some sort of wrestling. I was always involved, right? And then as I got older, I was just training more and more, and it was just like the more time I hung out in the gym, I just had opportunities to roll around with guys like Rick Miglerese, Joe Pfeiffer, Andre Petrosky. We were talking earlier about Pat Brady. Like we were always in the same gym, even Cody Russell. And all the other guys that came before them, Like Tim Carpenter was in there, Trouble was in there, Anton Burzin, Basil Hafez, guys that were in the UFC, Bellator, Sammy Orpiza. We were always mixing it up. And like training was just always a part of what I did on a daily basis. So that being said, it wasn't that I was tuning anybody up. I was basically getting my ass kicked every single day for years, but I was holding my own at the same time. You know what I mean? So one day I told my dad, I was like, hey, I know this is crazy. I think I was like 18 years old. And I was like, I think I want to take a fight, amateur fight, nothing crazy. And he's like, I don't think it's smart. These guys, you know, they didn't go to school, or they didn't have a backup plan, or they didn't have a regular job. That was all they did. They needed to fight respectfully, you know, and I didn't have like, I wasn't on the street. I had opportunities to go to school. I had good family. I had good uprising. All that being said, I didn't need to fight. I chose to do it, but it was exciting. And one day I just took a fight. And the cool part about it was everybody came out for my first fight and they supported me greatly. It was pretty nuts. It was like everybody came and sold out the arena at the 2300, and it was awesome. I wound up getting my first win against Nick Board back in the day, and it was just great. And I remember the next day, I thought my dad would have said to me like, "Okay, son, time to go back to work, or go back and cook, or come back to construction with me." And I remember the look on his face. He was just so happy. He was lit up. He was like, "Okay, son, when's the next one?" And as soon as he said that, I was like, wow, I got the green light from my dad to keep doing this. It just blew my mind. And I fell in love with the sport. You know, I started going at it. And I think the first fight ever, we sold like 600 tickets, which is unheard of for a first amateur fight. You know, it was pretty cool. But that's how I got involved. And I pretty much just stuck with it. And we're here now. It's just been awesome. A great road.
I'll tell you what, I'll just segue just a little to the left of where I was going to go with this stuff. We met your father down at the BKFC presser, dude. I'm a father too. I have children. Dude, your dad's super proud of you, man. Do you know that?
I'm grateful, man. I know that. I'm proud to have him as a father. No other better father figure to have than my
that
dad.
guy's in your corner, man. Like you went up to do your thing at the presser, and you know you were wearing your dapper suit, your fedora. Like your dad's proud of you, man. That's
no.
good.
I could have been a janitor. I could have been a school teacher. I did whatever. Like I chose to be a chef a long time ago. So I went to 6 years of culinary school, and he basically supported me from day one for anything I tried to do. You know, so I appreciate that.
That's awesome. He'll be there on January 25th, correct?
Front row. He'll be
Of
my
course,
biggest
of
fan,
course.
the loudest one there.
Silly question.
Can't
That
wait.
was a silly question. Of course he will. Let me ask you, who do you enjoy watching? Like when you first turned into mixed martial arts UFC, like who did you really get hyped for? Who motivates the Johnny Garbarino?
So back when I was a young kid, going back to like between 10 and 13, I would say it was always predominantly watching street fights on YouTube. Before, like, I mean, UFC was around, but I wasn't really watching it yet. But before then, it was always like watching street fights. I remember literally watching all street beefs. Now they do the backyard boxing and stuff now. But back in the day, if you remember, they were fighting in Miami.
Yeah.
And I think it was South Beach fights or whatever. And it was Jorge Masvidal, Kimbo Slice. Those were like the OGs. And I used to love that. And it was literally, we used to do the same thing growing up, even at 10 years old. We would do it we were literally in lunchtime. We would go to the school bathroom, lock the door, and we'd have 20 kids in there, and we'd fuck each other up. You know, it was just, you know, it was healthier than doing stuff on the street, but we did that all throughout high school, you know, and, you know, so that was the first. And then I think I transitioned to watching the UFC after 13 to like 16. It was like really, really blowing up. And I remember Anderson Silva and George St. Pierre, they were top dogs. Anderson Silva was like, I love the guy. I loved his style. When he did that clinch, I didn't even know what I was watching, or I couldn't even appreciate it at the time, but I just knew he was special, you know? And when he would get that clinch on people and just knee the shit out of their face, it was
Rich Franklin is the guy you're thinking of, by the way. He broke Rich Franklin's nose.
Oh, crazy, man. He was tough too, though. I mean, they were great. They kind of paved the way for us, you know? And I forget what year, even like 2000, what was it, like 15 or 16 maybe? I think I'm getting it right, but it was when Eddie fought McGregor. Is that the
Okay.
year? It was in
Yeah, yeah,
Madison
yeah.
Square Garden.
Yep.
That was
I
crazy.
believe.
I mean, I was a little older then too, but like, I was watching it, and we were in Chickies and Pete's right across the street from my house, and it was a
Mhm.
packed house. We were all voting Eddie in, and I mean, I'm even a big McGregor fan now, but at the time, it was like the end of the world when he didn't win that fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
fucking place was going crazy, but it was just like I always looked up to Eddie, and it was cool. I had like a little self belief then that like, wow, we could have another guy like Eddie do it from Philadelphia, and we were all pulling for him too. You know what I mean?
Of course. Of course.
But
No, we
just
are.
a bunch of great guys that I was following in UFC and all different fights.
All right. Let me ask you what to this date, January 25th has not happened yet. I
Mhm.
would imagine that January 25th, Johnny Garbarino winning by knockout would probably be in your upper echelon of favorite moments in combat sports, but that has not happened yet. I'm trying to speak it into existence. What's your favorite to this date? What's your favorite moment in the cage in the combat sports community? What's your highlight of your career thus far?
Highlight of my career. I honestly,
So
I've been
far.
blessed. Yeah, I've been blessed with a couple pretty extraordinary wins. Um, I think even today, like even like going back like 5 weeks ago, my last opponent, I headlined at Live Casino. I got a head kick knockout. It was like 37 seconds. So that was my fastest so far. I didn't even expect it, but I was so focused and I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was going to close the gap and hit him with a certain shot, and I seen the opening. You know what I mean? So I just set it up and I seen it, and I only got to tap into that focus just like a couple times. But even before that fight, I think it was 57-second knockout. I can't remember the dude's name. He was a really really tough guy from the Northeast, but I fought him in the Newtown Athletic Club,
Mhm.
and dude, I ain't gonna lie, I was actually scared. Like I'm always a little scared before every fight, and I think
Mhm.
it's healthy, right? It keeps
Yes.
you on
Oh
your
yeah.
I like it keeps you on your toes. And honestly, I think if you're not scared, you might have like a mental issue because anybody in the right mind getting into any
Mhm.
fight, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to have a handbrake, brain injury. You don't know if you're going to hurt this guy so bad he can't go be a father. You know what I mean, or go back to his family normal. Like you don't want
I,
anything bad to happen. So you kind of
I
pray before you go out and like
mhm.
hope that it doesn't end like that. You know what I mean?
I do
But
remember the anxiety. I remember the anxiety. I had 15 fights. I was not in a good headspace
yeah,
before every one. Yeah, I was a mess. I remember.
no, but that all that being said, that nervous energy, it
Oof.
it kind of depends on how you could overcome it and focus that energy. And I always
Mhm.
say like pressure makes diamonds. That's
Oof.
my
You ain't,
thing. I know
you ain't
it's been
kidding.
said a lot, but I believe in that. It makes
Mhm.
greatness. So when I was afraid in this one fight, it was the fight that I was going to turn pro. The next one, it was like my
Okay.
graduation fight. I knew I had to do something in crazy fashion to prove that I belonged there, get the belt, and we were fighting for the middleweight title. And I wind up stuffing like 3 takedowns, and I set him up. I punched him in his knee to change levels, and I hit him with an overhand right. Again, I seen it. I knew he couldn't touch me. I knew my range. I knew the timing. I was certain that he wasn't going to hit me. I just had it, and I seen it, and I took it, and I just ended him. It was like it was a perfect knockout, and I think that was the best knockout. But it was only because I respected him so much. I knew
Yeah.
if I didn't hit him, he was going to probably get me. And he had all knockouts. He had like 6 straight knockouts.
All right.
And that
I'm
was the best. That was definitely the best one.
well shit. I'm moving next. All right,
Hmm.
my next question for you. You are legitimately you're going to be a part of Philadelphia combat sports history. Like you're on the first card at the Wells fucking Fargo Center. Like that's pretty fucking cool. The first day you
I'm
walk into a
grateful.
gym, you probably didn't think I'm going to fight at the Wells Fargo Center one day. That's pretty fucking awesome.
No, no,
I would do
I
that.
definitely didn't. I definitely
That
did
sounds
not.
fun.
No, yeah, it's going to be part of history forever. I'm super grateful.
What's
Even
that?
when I was a kid.
What's that mean to you? Like, you're part of Philadelphia combat? Like, Rocky is a part of
Yeah.
Philadelphia's combat sports history. Like, there's so many like great fighters from
Mhm.
Philadelphia, and like you're part of it. Like you're part of it forever.
Yeah, you know what, it's weird. I could give you a little background story. Like I grew up predominantly in South Jersey, right? But even South Philadelphia, I was born in South Philly. I lived on 2300 Lambert Street. And on that same block in the movie Rocky 1, we
Mhm.
shared a stoop to my house. And there's just a fun fact. And basically right now to see like everything unfolding in my life, it's kind of like a storybook. It's kind of like the movie in real life, you know, and to think too that like my gym and my coach's name is Mickey Rosati. It's very strange how I'm boxing and I'm going to have at the Wachovia Center or the Wells Fargo now, but it's amazing feeling. You know what I mean?
That's
It just
awesome.
feels like a storybook. It's like unfolding and playing out in real time.
That's awesome. Hey, I'm going to
Mhm.
introduce you real quick to the guy who just joined us. This is Tanner Candidate. He owns on Facebook. He owns Fight Junkies. I believe
Oh,
probably
cool.
100,000 members by
Nice.
now. Very close.
Yeah, yeah.
80K still. We're sitting still a little bit. Got to
Sitting
figure
still
that
at
one out, but
80K. We're
still a
gonna
Not
great
pump
not
you
after
through.
this interview.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we're gonna pump you through. This will be seen by a bunch of people. So all right, I'm just gonna
Awesome.
keep rolling. You seem to have a dude. You've named dropped some Philadelphia legends like Sam Oropeza, the
Mhm.
Migler brothers. And I was scheduled to fight Tom Burzin at one point. Such a cool
Oh
dude.
shit.
Uh, he got so
Damn.
much better when I was scheduled to fight him. He wasn't on the level that he
Damn.
got to. He improved a great deal. But you seem, like I said, you seem to have strong balance with all the guys. Balance MMA in Philadelphia. Who
Yeah.
would you like who's been influential
Right.
to you in like getting better to get to this level? Like
Every
who have
single
you been working
person you
with?
just named, every single person you just named kind of pushed me. I remember,
Eddie
I'm going to tell you a
Alvarez.
crazy, I'm going to tell you a
Hmm,
good story. I was
go ahead.
18 years old. We're at the Center City Balance and we were sparring and I was so new to this. Like obviously we street fought, but it's a lot different going against pro fighters,
Yes,
CFFC
for
guys,
sure.
UFC, Bellator.
Oh yeah.
I'm green. You know what I mean? And I'm a young kid. I was just about my hands. So we go in and I remember I think it was a switch kick to the liver, and I just wanted to hit Anton in the face. It was me and Anton, and I never forget this spot. It was the worst body shot till today's date. It was the worst body shot I ever took, and it was a liver kick switch kick, and I got up
Mm.
and I wanted more. Like I wanted to show I had heart. You know what I mean? Because again, all I knew at this point was don't stop, keep your hands up, fucking throw punches. So I stepped to him again, and then it was the same thing. I think he like literally tapped or posted on my right hand to raise it, and bang again, he got me good. So just stories like that in the gym, getting put down and being like humbled a little bit by the big boys, it made me hungry. You know what I mean? I wanted to not let that happen ever again. And it hasn't happened again, thankfully, right? But even the other day I sparred Anton goofing around and it was just like I actually think Anton's better now that he's out of fighting. I think he's so much farther developed. But it was
Probably
like
very likely.
he's one of the only guys that could do this to me too. But he was maintaining range and distance, and we were like play sparring. But he was very good. But back to it, I think these guys push me every single day, and it's like something inside me that never wants to quit. But it's like the little tiny wins in the gym that get you better. When you know you can hang with these guys, or you can back them down a little bit, or just not give up and get through a round. Even with
Mhm.
Ricky, if you go 5 minutes with Rick Migler and he doesn't tap you out, you should feel accomplished. I'm dead serious.
I
You
know.
know, him and his
I've heard.
brother, they're sick. I think they could both be in the UFC and win a title right now against the best. You know,
All right. So let me ask you this, okay? January 25th, your perfect scenario. Describe it to me. Do you knock this guy out in 5 seconds? Do you have a war? Do you go to a split decision? That's silly. I know you want to knock the dude out, but is it 5 seconds? Is it the second round? Do you get loose? Tell me how speak it into existence. How does January 25th go?
so I'm a big visualization guy, and
Of
I have
course. Yes.
I still got a couple weeks to do this, but I've been working on setting the pace big time. I already have a plan. I
Good.
want to set the pace to my fight. Don't let this guy do what he wants to do to me and have some basic control. But I actually see this fight ending in the first or second round. Crazy, crazy knockout. I don't care how it happens, but I'm definitely going to put my hands on him. Again, because I have the mentality, if it ain't going to drop me, it ain't stopping me, you know. And I'm definitely not going to take a knee in front of this crowd, you know. It is what it is.
I'm there for it,
All
man.
I know
I'm
is
there for it.
one of us is going out on a stretcher. You know,
Love
I'm
it.
just being honest, and that's my mentality.
I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
It is what it is. I respect the guy. I don't even know him, but it is what it is. We're going in there to hurt each other.
It's the hurt business. That's what it is.
It is what
But
it
I'll
is.
tell you what, I'm going to toss you up to Tanner Candidate for a second. I'm going to let him do his rapid fire. I'll bring you back. I'll let you shout out some people, tell them how they can support you. So, Tanner, if you wanted to drop it, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a quick question too, real quick, if you didn't mind. Like,
Of course.
I just am curious if you're feeling any pressure. Like, I mean, I know you've been on the Art of War regional scene, and now you're fighting up to BKFC on a major promotion in your own backyard. Like, all the above. Like, is you feeling pressure, or is this like in your element? Is this like, are you feeling good about it?
I'll be honest with you. I feel everyone feels pressure. That's what you do with the pressure if you let it overcome you. You know what I mean? But it gives you opportunity when you're under pressure, when you're a little scared, to have courage, and it creates a monster with me. You know what I mean? I think backing me down or putting me in a position that I have to fight for my life or fight for whatever, I think you're going to bring a nasty dog out you don't want to see out of me. And I'm willing to go anywhere it takes to take this man out come January 25th. And I'm looking forward to it. I welcome the chaos. I live in chaos and in the storms. I love it. It doesn't mean I'm going to fight stupid, but I'm going to take what's mine. I'm going to get him.
Amen.
You know?
Fucking love
it. Can I with that, it's a perfect segue, and I just want to say, like, heard about Johnny Garb. I've never seen him fight. I've been a fan from afar. I haven't had the opportunity to see him in person like I have guys like Pat Brady and Joey Pfeiffer and whatnot. But on the strength of Bill's relationship with him, I already knew I was coming in and talking to a stand-up dude. But I just want to put it out there, like, a lot of people can sit here and say they grew up fighting, and I'm not taking anything away from John, what he did in South Philly, but a lot of people could have that narrative. But what I witnessed at the press conference, and Bill, I'll save you the trouble of trying to work a segue in on this. When Johnny Garb's sitting front row in the Philly press conference and somebody is insulting the people of South Philadelphia, as you saw in the press conference, and if you haven't, please go back to YouTube and watch, without a minute, second, any time of a hesitation, when he said that, Johnny Garb turns his head, and I believe he said, "Hey, watch your mouth. Everybody leaves through the front door." Probably the most Philly thing you could have said to somebody from sunny Southern California, showed up in flip-flops and that jacket. So I just want to shout that out, because that, to me, if you need one soundbite to go on and kind of sum Johnny Garb up as a person, I from what I've seen so far, I believe that soundbite's probably the best soundbite, because he's like,
You stole my thunder. I was going to ask if we had touched on that. That was my next question. So
to me, that was the best part of the presser. I'm sorry.
I've been looking like that was like, yes, that was like one of my highlights in my mind when I think of Johnny Garb. Like, I was definitely glad we touched on that. All right, I'll go ahead.
That was very organic too. I'll be honest. I'm all for the sportsmanship and the talking shit aspect of fighting. I don't like to get too disrespectful myself, but I always back the talk up with my hands. I never really talk too much. I let other dudes run their mouth. Bill's been there plenty of times.
But
I don't really say too much.
Jeremy Stevens, that shit was so fake, bro. You're
Why
like,
is it always Jeremy Stevens though? Like,
you were real with the shit. Like John.
Listen, fake or not, I took it personal because I am from South Philly, and everybody in the crowd was from South Philly. I grew up in half the crowd. You know, these other guys don't, you know. And I actually felt like I was in a position that I had to stick up for them, and not for nothing. You want to dog other people? That's fine. You're fighting this guy. That's cool. You got to put yourself in any mental space you have to go into war with this dude. I get it. But shut the fuck up. Watch your fucking mouth. Do not talk about us like we're pieces of shits, because we ain't.
I love it.
Jeremy,
I felt like I'm a little, I get goofy with that.
And this is why as an amateur he sells 600 fucking tickets at the 2,300. For those of you that don't understand Philadelphia sports as a whole,
we stick together.
You just don't. I'm from 2 hours away, and I fucking understand. And I look. It's different. As a whole, you just don't. It's just a different fucking vibe, bro. And love it or hate it, South Philly, 2,300 arena. If you're an MMA fan in our area, I wear
it
that building.
I wear this every single day. It's some sort of shirt or another, or even on my arm, dude. Like
Dude,
the Italian flag.
I told
in South Philly.
Garrett,
It's in my blood.
I told Garrett before the show, I said, this guy embraces, dude, he's an Italian's Italian. Like, there's nobody who's real Italian that doesn't like Johnny Garbarino. Like, he's your Italian's Italian. Like, you are straight up South Philly, man.
You gotta be a hater if you don't.
And dude,
I'm nice to everybody.
Dude,
You know
I'm
what
up.
I mean?
Oh, for sure. No, dude, you're posting pictures. You're posting pictures of mass on Instagram on Christmas night. That's a good dude.
Every
like the guy
Sunday,
that does
man.
that, that's a pretty good guy.
Every Sunday. That's one of my favorite days of the year.
Black eye or not, the man goes to mass like Bill's introduction, which I don't think can be topped. He'll hug his mom. He'll go to mass. He'll kick your ass
Father
on Saturday
Kelly,
night.
Father Opara, they're always like rooting me on in my fights. Everybody
Dude,
in the church like loves it. It's great.
Listen, John. I'm up in Lancaster. I'm like 90 minutes away from getting cheesesteaks with you. Like, we're the same. I understand how it is in Philly. I get it. You know, dude. Yeah, you're like I said. You're an Italian's Italian. If you like Italian people, you like Johnny Garbarino. And dude, you guys are. I like my Italian. Dude, you got that fighting spirit about you guys. I love that shit.
Of course, of course.
Why is it always Jeremy Stevens though? Like I just thought about that. Like you got who the fuck is that guy? You got hey, we all leave through the front door. Like he just does not set himself up well.
As soon as he opened his mouth, there was at least 6 of us that yelled at, and I'll admit it live on the internet. I did it in the fucking background. I don't care. No,
that's hilarious.
Tanner, you got rapid fire for this man or what? What's up?
Yeah, definitely. That was gonna be my next thing.
I'm glad everybody got a kick out of that because I thought we were going to get in a bad fist fight on stage.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I didn't want to ruin the card.
No, I'll get paid for it.
Like, I'm glad you didn't do anything crazy.
He's talking shit because he knows nothing is legitimately going to happen. You know, because everything's very
talking
safe.
shit in San Diego. There's talking shit in San Diego. There's flying across the country to South Philly. There's flying across the country to South Philly. Insulting. No, that's what I'm getting at. There's talking shit in San Diego like
man.
he's used
Come
to.
on, bro.
It's a whole nother. Look. He would. I don't think the security was.
Shout out to
what
the
fucking
BKFC security is going to stop that happening.
Nobody, because the crowd would have charged the stage, and I think it would have been more than just you and him.
But like I said, I was dead serious. When you leave out the front door, what the fuck security going to do for you, my man?
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It ain't even me. I mean, just shut the fuck up. I don't know.
Like you can go to New York and talk shit. You can go down to Houston and talk shit. Don't go to Philly and call.
Don't go to Philly.
I got a lot to say about a lot of people, but
I've watched enough Philly sports. Like,
don't
do that.
You're halfway across the country, and even you understand, Tanner. Like,
dude, like,
so.
Where you at exactly?
All right,
Tanner?
we got some. I'm from the Midwest Wyoming area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
glad you're safe from all the California stuff right now. It's on fire.
Oh no, I'm not that far out west, thank God.
Crazy.
But yeah, I'm gonna give you some flash questions. Just gonna give you some rapid fire, like right off the top of your head, some simple ones for you, just to kind of get behind fighting. So, first off, what's your favorite TV show?
Oh, that's hard, man. I like Game of Thrones.
Hell yeah! Who's your favorite music artist right now?
Oh man, I don't even know. This is terrible. I wish I got prepared for this one. Dean Martin.
Hell yeah! What's your favorite?
Yeah. Don't have to
What's
be
your
a new
favorite?
guy. Don't have to be a new guy, right?
No, just who you like listening to.
Yeah,
That's
like
perfect. Who's your favorite workout song?
Workout song. I like "Burning Heart" on the Rocky soundtrack. That's a good one. "Eye of the Tiger." It's really good.
Those are
It's
classics.
typical, but I love it. I was
classics.
listening to it earlier.
Who's your favorite non-MMA athlete?
Bryce Harper. He's a really, really good dude. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Who's your MMA GOAT?
George St. Pierre.
Ooh, nice.
Great answer. What's your favorite cheat meal?
Pizza, pasta, one of the two. It'd be hard. If you had a gun to me, I don't know what I would say. Yeah. Just
Carbs, yes.
Pizza, pasta.
All right. What's your favorite movie?
Godfather 2, probably.
Coming at me with the classics. Love it.
Bronx Tale is good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. That's hard.
Quadro.
Right.
Love Quadro.
And what's one rule, if you could change it, MMA, that you would change?
I think. Well, they just took the elbow roll away. You can't go with that one, and then you can't post 3 hands on the ground, right? That's not a rule anymore.
Right, one
Maybe
hand on the
kick,
two
all
hands.
right. Well, maybe then kicking or kneeing in the head a downed opponent. I probably go with that one. Like pride rules, like go back and do it that way. I know it's to protect us,
school.
but it's not real. It's not a real fight if you can't do that.
You're not
You
wrong.
should be able
Like,
to
I mean,
kick him
and
while he's on the ground.
they're segueing back into it. People want the violence, so fingers crossed it's
know.
coming soon.
I mean,
All right, and I got one more for you. One that's just gonna make you think. That's just a little fun and creative. All right. Would you rather have to fight a chicken every time you open the door and got in the car, or fight a monkey once a year on your birthday?
Fight a chicken. Fight a chicken. Dude, you know how fucking strong monkeys are? They'll rip you in half. They really will.
I mean, you're not wrong, but there's
They'll rip
different
you-
kinds of
your
monkey.
arm
There's
right off.
capuchins. There's little
Well,
like
the
little
capuchins
monkeys.
are
Like,
babies. I mean, if it was that one, I would play with them. But
I just
nah,
want to
probably
point
the
out
chicken.
same size monkey versus
I
a full a full rooster. Like,
a chicken-sized monkey or a monkey-sized chicken, Tanner.
no, I'm saying you got to be. It's a full size rooster when you get in the car, or it's a you-sized monkey once a year on your birthday.
I'll tell you what, John, you got the answer right because I'd rather fight a chicken. Have you ever seen like kangaroos and monkeys and shit and gorillas?
They're fucking tough. They're solid muscle too.
How did we get here?
They're solid.
That's amazing.
I also want to point out, this is in all due respect to the man we have with us, because it's nothing but respect for this man. If you missed
course.
Bill's point earlier that Johnny Garb is an Italian's Italian, he named the Bronx Tale and Dean Martin in his quick fire answers, so you already know the man's an Italian's Italian.
Yeah, I was
He's
actually
legit,
trying
bro.
to think of like newer movies and newer artists, but I'm old school.
Hey,
Pizza
you
and
like-
pasta.
you
I
like-
listen to it every day, even if I'm shadow boxing. I'm listening to My Way and like in the sauna. I'm shadow
Oh,
boxing.
Sinatra, dude. Sinatra was a
Yeah.
Oh man, I
Sinatra.
love
That's my
that song.
grandfather's favorite song. That's like,
Dude,
that's a great song.
Everybody loves Italians. Spaghetti, manicotti, lasagna, calzone.
I walk out
Carbonara.
to
Everybody
all
loves
them songs.
Italians.
If you want to
Everybody
see my
loves
fights, I
Italians.
walk out to old school Italian music.
Oh, wait. That brings me to a question. Johnny, January 25th. You do not have to release it right now. Do you know what you're
Nope.
walking out to? Because I want to listen
Nope.
to it. I want to vibe.
Nope, I'm not. It's a surprise. I'm not giving it up.
Man,
All right.
I love
Hey,
it.
that
I
brings
love
me
it.
to one more.
Yeah.
Where's the after party? We're in Philly. We're in town for the night. Where do we come celebrate Johnny Garb's win?
I'm actually waiting on that. I'm actually up in the air about that. I'll be posting it up pretty soon, probably the next week.
right.
I'm waiting for like what offers come or wherever we want to do it. I also think we got to do it in a bigger place than typical because there's gonna be a lot of people.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
It's
and
not like
possibly
a normal-
family friendly. I don't know how many of the South Philly youth are coming out to come cheer on Johnny Garb.
I know a lot of kids are going to come to this. I do, but that being said, I don't know if we're going to do family friendly. I'd rather that anyway.
We'll
You know
see.
what I mean? Yeah,
Time
We're
will
gonna figure
tell.
it out.
Johnny Garb after party. Me and Bill will be there.
yeah.
Your Angelo Gallo commenting on Instagram. Go get him, cuz.
My man,
People.
my man.
Shout out Billy Graves. Shout out. Well, you got a bunch of Team Garbarino people in the comments tonight over on Instagram.
What's up, fellas? I can't even see their comments right now. But
Yeah, we can't show the
thank you
comments
for your
on
support,
Instagram.
guys.
Appreciate you guys coming in from Instagram. Something new we're doing over here.
I
You guys
will
got
tell
anything
you,
else for John?
anybody watching this, Johnny Garbarino comes with a pack, and they are very passionate about this dude, and they like this dude. So he must be a good guy somewhere along the way. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
oh no, these guys, you bring a following, dude. These guys are passionate about you. So whatever you're doing, these people care about you. Like I remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
from
for
refereeing you. Like, no, these guys were intense. But so
Yeah.
I can. Are we ready? Are we ready to give Johnny the floor? Like, till you guys got any more questions for him?
I'm good. It's your thing, Bill. Go ahead and let him know what you want to do.
No. I'm just saying. All right, John.
Thank you for your time.
No shout
Oh
out
yeah, no,
sponsors.
for sure. Well,
Shout out
first and
sponsors.
always, guys.
Say what you want, man. Please.
First and always, guys, thank you so much for having me on the show. I'd like to give all my glory to God, and I'm thankful for everything. Thank you so much to my sponsors, I'd like to give a nice shout out specifically to Life Med. They back me for everything, anything recovery, guys. I highly recommend if you even like anything with like hormone imbalances, blood testing, peptide therapy, IV therapy, anything like that. They're really, really great. They also give me all my merchandise. They printed like literally, I don't know, 1,000 shirts out, 1,000 hoodies for me, and I give them to my fans, and people love it. So Life Med, thank you so much, Vinny Magliano. I'd like to say thank you to my father, my mother. Thank you to their company because they always support me too. There's a couple other guys like Joe Papaleo, Tile Company, Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, Brian Ryder from George Smith. There's just so many right now. I know Bucked Up is sponsoring me as well. A couple other guys. If I am missing you, I apologize. But from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate everyone supporting me, buying a ticket, and backing me for the last 15 or 18 fights, whatever it is, up until this moment. And it's just the beginning. I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. Thank you guys so much.
All right, and finally, my last thing to get to you, John. Please, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. How do people support you? Like, what can they do to help you out?
You could support me. You could buy a ticket. You could rep me. You could wear my gear. Give me shout outs, repost my stuff. If you want to give me a follow, it's Team Garbarino. No space or nothing, just on Instagram. Team Garbarino, Garbarino. That's on Instagram. Facebook, it's Giovanni Gaetano Garbarino, GGG. Other than that, yeah, I just thank you so much.
And we'll get your we'll get your links.
We'll get your links and put them up. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Tanner. Go ahead.
I was saying we'll get your merch
Definitely.
link and stuff like that too, so that way we can put them in our YouTube description when we get the episode uploaded. On
No,
there,
of course. Thank you so much. Are you guys all going to be at the fight too?
Me and Bill will be there. It's my daughter's birthday. She wants to go. Tanner,
Nice.
we're a couple months away from flying him out anywheres, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
So,
There's going to be how many shows I think
let
he
me
said
know
in
if I can
Philly
get
this year?
anything for you or your family, so gear or whatever.
Much appreciated, dog. Hell yeah.
Of course.
yeah, what's up?
I'll
We'll
hook you guys
definitely
up.
well, yeah, and we'll be in touch. Of course, I'll hit you up on Messenger and stuff because we're going to be in town early. So I know it's going to be a crazy day for you, but if you got time for some stuff, we'll definitely want to link up with you and say congratulations and good luck and all that.
Thank you. Let me know when you guys are in town too. I'll give you a real South Philly tour, like the right way. You know what I mean? With a local,
All right.
We'll go down to 9th Street and we'll do it up.
That would be fun, John.
I think with some warmer weather, we're gonna Chkm8 will make a trip to Philly and do we'll do South Philly with Johnny Garb. We'll do a whole spiel on it. We'll get some content out there.
Awesome.
Sausage and peppers and onions and some broccoli Rob. And
that's great.
I look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks, my man. We'll hit you up when we're in town that day and see if you're around and hit up Team Garbarino or look at any of our socials that we've been posting this stuff for the last couple weeks. He's linked in that. We appreciate you, Johnny. Safe training, and we will see you in a couple weeks. Bud.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Be safe.
Good luck.
Later.
You, John. Man, that
John
was fun.
Garbarino, everybody.
That was a good one. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
No, he's a real dude, man. Like he's a real dude. Like for real. He's a real guy.
You can hear the Italian Philly in him, my mother, my father.
Yeah, bro. You can hear dude, again, on the strength of a decade relationship with Bill. If Bill, first of all, Bill's cool with everybody, even the assholes. But if Bill speaks that highly of you, like I went into meeting the man excited as and it just didn't fall short. Just the entire atmosphere. I probably could have met John Garbarino somewhere outside of South Philly, and it probably wouldn't have been as impactful. But yeah, to see him in that spot, the crowd reaction, just everything, bro. If you don't know John Garbarino, please follow him.
He's real energy. Like he's real. Like that's
check
very
out his
valuable
press conference moment. Yes,
that's very valuable in today's world. He's very.
My only
real.
disappointment, I'm getting back to training now, and I don't live a little bit closer. Bill, we might have to go out there and do your 5 minutes. Was it 5 minutes sparring, 5 questions with these fighters? We might have to come out there and just have a little friendly playtime with John Garb.
Oh my God, I would love that shit. I would love that shit. Like for real. That would be hot. Like, dude, John's a better fighter than I was. That's fine. I'll fight him. Like spar. I will spar with him. He's my guy, I like John.
The amount of in your career as both a fighter and a referee, like in this mid-Atlantic area, you've built a pretty solid reputation for yourself. But the amount of people that I've spoken to, buddies, Mike Pope, all these guys, I'm sure Johnny Garb would love to do it. But when I say, hey, Bill wants to spar you for 5 minutes, just like a real light spar, and ask you questions while he spars you, like 5 questions, 1 question per minute or whatever. The amount of people that are willing to get in the cage and punch you in your face and listen to what you have to say is astonishing for as good of a reputation as you have.
The only way, listen, the only way I could do that is 4 minutes of like gentle, but then in that last minute, like I'm here for it. Like in that last minute, like in that last minute, do it for real. Like, let's go. Like, maybe not so many questions and more punches. Like, I would like to ask somebody questions for 4 minutes, and then for that last minute, like, let's turn up the heat.
He came up with this idea about 3 months ago, and we've kind of just been tossing it around, and we've thought, we've introduced it to guys like Pat Brady, our buddy Mike Pope in Virginia. Mike Pope offered to do it and then buy you food and beverages. Do
you know what it's like to spar for 1 minute with a guy that you really fucking respect? Yeah, you really respect this dude, and you have a minute to like to bang it out with him. Not in the other way. Like that's
no Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy. Like if there's a guy you really respect, I couldn't think of a better honor than to fight with him for real for even like 60 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird, right? That's weird. That's a weird thing.
People who don't show up to the gym and get punched in the face by some of their best friends and don't get choked out by their best friends just don't understand it, I guess.
I would love to spar Nate or Nick Diaz for 5 minutes, like, and I love them both so much, but I would punch them as hard as I could. Not as hard as I could, but like, come on. Like I would love to have, oh my God, who gets to have a minute sparring with Nate or Nick Diaz? Nobody. That's not even a real thing. Like, I would love to have that.
I'm going to have to try to make some connections when I go to Vegas next time, because I do train out at the Gracie Vegas. I'm going to have to see who's connected to Caesar out there.
Yeah. No, tell him, give me your fucking best. Give me your best for 60 seconds.
Kick my ass.
Yes. Yes.
I fucking love it. I know.
Right? That's what makes sense.
Tanner, you knew Mike sounded crispy, buddy.
What's up?
Much appreciated. Say I upgraded from Somali pirate to like struggling streamer. So like,
yeah, you're good. No, you're good. I missed the Somali pirate setup, but all right, it doesn't look like Tanner was. I'm in the home studio tonight because as you already know, the heating situation went a little wonky out there in the 717 surplus studios. So I'm in the home studio tonight. We had to improvise, adapt, and overcome as usual. Josh Herr, shout out Josh Herr on Instagram with this hashtag No Diddy.
No Diddy.
We will probably cover. We were going to do it with Johnny Garb. Johnny Garb's gone. We were going to cover the BKFC card, but we'll wait because I don't want to. If you let me and Bill, we will just go on about this shit for the next however long shows for the next however long. So we'll wait and we'll table that. But I do want to pull up here.
UFC Vegas 101. UFC is back, baby.
UFC is back, motherfuckers.
Oh my God, I'm jonesing so bad.
I'm out here like you guys got any of that MMA?
I'm jonesing so bad, dude. Like, oh my God, I'm betting on basketball games. I hate basketball.
I thought he was gonna say I was betting with bath salts. I didn't know what he was gonna say there.
No, I hate basketball.
It's not that bad, buddy.
I just want to bet on fights. Don't get me started on basketball players.
I want to put this up here, guys, because this is the future right here.
Pussies.
Dern Rebus too. Of course, the week after that, Makachev just Armin Sakarian. Oh, Adesanya Imavov. That's Saudi Arabia. Strickland Duplessis. For what it's worth, taking a month off, bro. This lineup is just 1, 2. You got to skip a week there.
Dude,
back to back.
Hold on, hear me out. Adesanya and Imavov. What would make anybody think that Israel Adesanya would be the favorite?
I mean, we can
did you guys not see that Imavov is better? Did you guys not see that?
I mean, is this a case? We've talked about it before. Is this a case of young lion guy on his way down? Or am I just talking about his fucking self? I said, are we looking at a case of like younger lion, hungrier, this guy's did what he did, but we don't know if he's gonna like hang at the top 10 now or what. I mean,
Contender Izzy knocked out Alex Pereira.
No, that was a long time ago. Why is Adesanya the favorite? Why is Adesanya the favorite? I don't get it.
Contender Izzy different.
No,
I mean, look at the card though. Can we just focus on the card though?
Once you start going downhill, you start going downhill. All right, where are we starting, Gary?
I mean, I don't even want to go that deep on this card, but can you just look at? We just took 4 weeks off. Can you look at what we're getting here?
And we just got UFC Seattle announced. If you want to,
yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying that just was coming out. Our
baby's fighting this week, so we're gonna.
Everyone's baby, honestly.
Our baby, everyone's.
Even my jiu-jitsu professor.
My wife's baby at this point because she now has a cane. Now she has a cane Corso, so now she likes her even more. I mean, we got Chris Curtis, Roman Kopylov, Christian Rodriguez, Austin Bashi, Ursos Medic versus Pudeli Soriano. I'm excited for that one too. Ihor Potiera is on there. Trey Ogden's fighting Preston Parsons. I'm excited. Fatima Klein, she came up through CFFC. I'm excited to see her, former champion. I'm excited to see her fight. That's a strawweight bout. And then, of course, Joe Selecki starting off the card with Nurullo Aliev. Nurullo Aliev is one of Sensei Nima from down there in Kaizen's students down there in Virginia, Bill. But that's what we got.
I have to say, these lines are insane. First two. Minus 800, minus 650.
Not a gambling show. It's not a gambling show.
Hey, we're expanding in 2025. We're dipping our toes in every facet, okay?
That's not a gambling
show. I can make $100 off of $20. I'll turn that $100 into something else. We're gonna figure something out, buddy.
Well, we gotta talk on that because they just gave me a huge little bonus on ESPN bets. So we might have to cook up a degenerate parlay that creates generational wealth for our
hey,
off my $50 free credit because
we're gonna have to cook that.
Hey,
Great.
Last 3 times they've given me a credit though. The last time they gave me a credit was Peyton Talbot when he won by sub, and that was based off something I heard in an interview. So the last 3 times they've given me a credit, I've come out on top with it. So I'm super serious at making sure we get a little degenerate. Or Bill drives to Delaware and we put it all on Johnny Garb for a second round knockout. What do you think?
Let's go.
Izzy can't take
I'm betting something.
Beat down. Whoa. Hey, we don't talk like that here, Matt Lee. Shout out Matt Lee. Always stopping through. Hey, if you missed
sure we do. Who said that?
If you missed that, I'm lying for the people that haven't been paying attention.
Everybody's allowed to say you say anything you want. You can say you hate you can say you hate bald 47-year-old ex referees, and it's still cool. You're in a safe space. You're in nest of trust.
Bill's 8 beers deep, and he still knows more about MMA than 85% of the fucking fan base. So.
And also, when he says something like, you can say you hate, you gotta like,
Tell him how you feel about merge points on the highway, Bill.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a zipper.
No, we got
everybody. Why do I have to explain it to you? You should understand what the hell's going on.
I'll tell you what, we can follow the age-old tradition. The ends in V.
Yeah.
We got 2 of them on here. Never fails. You build a parlay based on the fighters' last names if they end in V or all.
If they end in V. It's an end in V parlay.
Dude, somebody won some money off that crap last time in Saudi.
Look. Beard, no mustache, ends in an OV or an EV.
It's a lot.
Parts unknown. Just add that shit to an 8-legger, bro. It's bound to turn up. It's bound to work out.
Listen. That's the white trash parlay of the year. Is if you look at their name and you can't immediately announce it in the first 2 seconds, you bet him.
Yeah, that's my pick.
He's probably winning.
Call it what you want. I call it smart.
Yeah, he's probably winning.
You can't say that because I'm a little bit slightly elevated than white trash, and Armin Sarukian's name still fucks me up when I haven't said it 3 or 4 times before. I always want to say Sakarian, and I think I did it earlier. I don't know. It always fucks me up. We got that coming up on the 18th.
But Makachev is harder. Makachev is harder. So that one immediately jumps ahead.
Makachev's easier to me. It's the Sherpa. Shara Bullet's last name gets me from time to time if I'm trying to say it in a conversation.
Magomed Sharapov.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Pirate.
Can I
pirate
just say,
guy.
even though our baby's fighting this week and we're all excited that UFC's back, I'm more excited for the fact that Renato Moicano's fighting in 2 weeks. I just want to point that out. Jamal Hill, Yuri Prohaska. How this card, they could have taken this card, I feel like. It's like a random ass Inglewood, Los Angeles. They could have taken this card and split it into 2 cards and watered it down, bro. This card,
Honestly,
I mean,
they matchmakers understood the assignment.
Alan Perez, Carl Rosa, Grant Dawson, Diego Ferreira on the early prelims, Cedric Dumas on the prelims,
Zachary Reese,
Jaitan Alameda versus Sergey Spivak, Peyton Talbot versus Arione Barcelos. Probably fucked that up too. Johnny Walker versus Uzbekistan, Anthony Smith. Kevin Holland versus Matt Lee's favorite, Rene DeRitter. Yuri Prohaska, Jamal
future
Hill,
champ.
Benil Dariush, Renato Moicano, Merab Dvalishvili, Umar Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev.
Boy, Bruce Buffer gonna have a night. Be fucking vocal exercises backstage.
That's funny.
God damn.
Bruce Buffer's gonna have a field day.
10 p.m. start time on that, and it all gets better. I mean, really after that, Adesanya Mavov, Duplessis versus Strickland 2, Cannonier Rodriguez. So they must have, damn, February. Let me see the first one. No, this is from the Apex, so they're already done. Why did I feel like this was a T-Mobile card? They're already done with the Apex, so we have debut of the new Apex renovations this week. Tanner looks really excited about that.
Wait, what now?
The Apex is already open and they're doing it. I thought the Apex, they were putting the finishing touches on it. The Apex is already done. Renovation's done.
Renovations are done. I thought this like
they're hosting it at the Apex. I mean,
I was curious about all this. Like,
I didn't know how it was going to work out. I
didn't know if they were going to host a couple and then renovate it. I thought this was going to take a while, but
or they're doing.
I mean, they got the money, so
well, we could be talking out of our ass. They could be doing an addition, and I know they were doing some stuff last time. Somebody was out that way and told me they're doing a bunch of stuff behind. Yeah, it said Apex shutting down in November. Right here, this was last year. I thought I read this article. Shout out to.
It shut down in November.
Yeah, it shut down in November for renovations.
Because I mean, they traveled since 309 or UFC Vegas 100.
25 million expansion on the Apex. More seating.
This is I've been super excited about this. We've been talking about it a lot, and I mean,
we'll see how it looks. I have a friend going out in a couple weeks, and he might actually. Well,
I mean, it's like why outsource crowds and stuff like that, and like I mean, like we talked about, Vegas is the fight capital of the world. The Apex has its place, but I don't think the no crowds has any place anymore. So why try to outsource the crowds and do all that? Don't get me wrong, go on the road, do your shows, but I mean, at home in Vegas, like I definitely think there's a reason for the UFC to have their own little arena.
Yeah.
So, oh my God.
So the Seattle card, I'm trying to see. Nope, there's nobody.
I just like to point out that I was looking to see when UFC Vegas 100 was, because I believe that was November 9th. That would be the UFC Apex, the last card that happened at the Apex, and the first title that pulled up was She Elbowed My Anus. Shout out Jillian Robertson.
Yeah, so actually we only have out till the Seattle card. Just looking here, looking forward. We're very UFC centric on this show.
I mean, maybe that was like the focus on these cards, because I mean, it shows. Like we were very fortunate these first few weeks.
Even I'm kind of even looking here at the Seattle card. The Seattle card is just
banger.
Antonio Tricoli, Macy Chiasson, Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. That was on there. Ian Cutelaba versus Ivo Aslan. Adam Fuggett. I just like saying his name. Gene Silva's fighting on that card.
Fighting nerds.
Steve Garcia versus Edson Barbosa. Steve Garcia, I'm anxious to see him fight as well.
So excited.
Rizvan Kuniev versus Curtis Blades. Rob Font, Dominic Cruz. Not to be confused.
Dom Cruz is back.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like
Dom
third.
Cruz is gone. Rob Font smokes the shit out of it, dude. That's not
We'll
even a
see,
question.
man. Like, I mean, Dom Cruz is
It's not
definitely
even a
old, but Rob
question.
Font has not looked great these last few outings. But I
No,
mean,
he's
he
better
got
than
his
Dominic Cruz.
Dominic
No,
Cruz
but
definitely got his shit pushed back last time. So I mean, that can
No,
definitely
no,
have
he's
an
better
effect
than
on
Main event
Dominic
for
Cruz.
somebody.
Seattle. Bill, main event Seattle. Henry Cejudo, Song Yadong.
Why do I feel
Ooh.
like Henry Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz would have been a better matchup?
Probably Song Yadong. This is one of those where you go with the younger guy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I don't
out.
care
That's
what your
down
background
the-
is. You eventually start fading when you get towards
This is
your age.
Henry's tipping point. I think like this lets us know like where it's either going to go up or down. Like
down. No, this is not an old guy's game. I've seen this before.
no
This is
shot.
not an
Bill
old guy's
says
game.
not a one. Hey man, that's
No,
why it's the best sport in the world, though.
you
Never know.
You head in a downwards trajectory more quickly as you're older. Like every month is more than it is a month when you're young. You know?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
Cejudo's not winning that.
Jubilee, the Indian fighter, is fighting in Australia. Jimmy Cruz.
Oh, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Stuart
Dude started barking at him like a dog and he quit. He quit. The hell you doing, bro? You're up
Justin
2 rounds to
Thomas fighting
nothing,
with
and the
Jack
guy
Jenkins.
Mike Breen starts barking at you like a dog and you quit.
Bro, it's like the who's who of Australian MMA on that card. I'm actually excited for that one. Justin Thomas fighting Jack Jenkins is on that card. Tom Nolan's on that card.
I don't know why
Dude,
the
I'm
Thompson
telling you,
brothers
they
are in
paid
the
attention to
UFC.
these first few weeks of UFC. You've got some crazy things coming.
I'm ready to get started with it, man.
You're ready to get started. And of course,
All right,
no UFC card the 25th, which is the week me and Bill will be in Philly. We'll be bringing you guys stuff, possibly some live stuff.
What
Possibly some
is it?
sausage, peppers, and onions with Johnny Garb.
Before BKFC, we getting cheesesteaks down in Philly.
But yeah, we're going down for lunch. We're taking the kids down. It's my daughter's birthday. We're gonna Uncle Bill's gonna show her to give her the official Philly tour.
That's a good day.
Oh yeah,
She's
not
a wing
bad
kid
Awesome.
though. She's a wing, so I might have to request Uncle Bill to find the best wing spot in South Philly, and we go.
Ooh.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit
Chicken
Johnny
wing.
Garb up. I'm gonna hit Johnny Garb up because if anybody knows, or if you're still in and you're a fan of Johnny Garb's, even though he's not here, if you're in South Philly, where's the best spot to get wings at in South Philly? Because that's what my daughter's gonna want for her birthday. January 25th, Chkm8 team, Fight Show Squad. Me and Bill Bookwalter will be on the ground in Philly early.
I'm gonna be hyped for that, dude. That BKFC at the Wells Fargo. I'm hyped for that shit. Like, let's go.
Chkm8 team will also be at home on the couch cheering Johnny Garb on.
Yeah, Tanner will be in
We're gonna
Wyoming,
be all over.
illegally streaming the entire event and then bringing you the highlights that we can't get because we're on the ground screaming our fucking head off.
That's what
That'll
I
be
do,
good.
baby.
Bill, have you actually looked at the whole card yet for the BKFC card?
I have not. I know who our people are that are fighting. I know Johnny Garb.
Yeah, I haven't.
Well, you know a few more other than, I mean, and probably not as good as, say Johnny Garb.
No,
and Patrick
I know. I know Pat Brady is fighting Zach Kalmus, and Johnny Garb is fighting. I'd be able to pick it out like off social. It's not Errol Post.
You know what? He was right. Bryce Hall versus Kimbo Slice was taken off the card.
No shit. I was looking forward to seeing that one. That's okay.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Johnny.
I love
Johnny
Lil
said
Ferg.
something. Johnny said something, and then I had some technical issues. We started the stream late. Something bricked up on the computer when I pulled up Tapology earlier. I don't know what was going the fuck.
It did what?
But, bricked up. Pull up
No diddy.
Tapology, Knuckle Mania 5. Let me go down here. Joey, I'm gonna fuck this name up, Bill. Joey Dejwico? Dog
Don't know.
Jecko. I don't know. Stephen Banks. I'll pull up the screen here. Philly guy. Brandon Meyer, I've heard of. Noah Norman, Coatesville, Pennsylvania, fighting on the card, Bill, right down the street from you, buddy.
No shit.
Hey.
All right.
Cody Russell, a Philly staple. Pat Sullivan, a Philly staple. Of course, we talked to John Garbarino earlier. Zach Pinnell from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Bill's hometown. Bill, do you know Zach Pinnell?
I do not. We gotta have that guy on the show.
Right.
How do I
I thought say you better pull some strings in.
how do I not know somebody in my hometown?
Let's see if we can. Oh no, we'll see. Fighting out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, homework to do.
Professional bouts in the Prospect Series. Had a loss in the Prospect Series. He's fighting Travis Thompson and Bare Knuckle and Knuckle Mania.
No, I'm giving a shout out straight up. Zach Kelly.
You know why?
Zach
That's why
Kelly.
you don't know him. He had one 2016 fight in Cagezilla down in Virginia, and that's all.
No,
man's
dude.
had, so that's why you don't know.
You know who's from Pennsylvania is Zach Kelly, and he blows out, dude.
Yeah.
I respect that guy. I would love to interview him. Zach Kelly's way deeper than that guy, like resume wise. Like I don't know how that guy ended up on the card and Zach Kelly didn't. Whatever. No,
Big things.
I'm gonna research that guy because I've never even heard his name, and I know everything going on around here as far as like MMA. I thought
you know
I
who the
did.
fuck this is? It's the mayor of Mannheim, the Mannheim Strangler.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
And we do have a championship bout on this BKF silly. I didn't realize that Rothwell and Terrell were fighting.
Apologies, just being giving me all kinds of trouble tonight, so I had to pull it down.
I'm on tap, so it's good.
Yeah, go ahead and tell him, Tanner. Go ahead and fill him in.
I was just saying, Eddie Alvarez, Jeremy Stevens, of course, the main event, Philly Zone versus Jeremy Stevens. You saw how that went. Got Mick Terrell versus Ben Rothwell for, I'm guessing, the heavyweight BKFC championship, but it for sure is a championship fight. I don't know. Does BKFC have super heavyweight or just heavyweight or?
No, just heavyweight.
Just heavyweight. There we go. Okay.
A name that'll bring a smile to Bill's face. Fighting out of Carlisle, PA. I didn't realize he was fighting out of Carlisle, PA. He's about 30 minutes away from me. Dustin, the Disciple Peg.
Dustin was a former teammate of mine way back in the day, and then we somehow met at this like reality fighting series in Virginia or some shit like that. Wait, are you saying Dustin's fighting on the one at the Wells Fargo?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Dustin, the Disciple Peg, Bill's former teammate. Probably worth reaching out to your old teammate and having a chat with him before we head on out to Philadelphia.
He practiced with all the light guys. I was a bigger guy, so the big guys kind of stuck together. The little guys kind of stuck together because it made sense. Like, we did roll with each other at times and points and shit like that. But no, that's cool. I still have some beers with Dustin's dad down at the wharf in Harrisburg. Every now and again, I see him there. We always bullshit a little bit. Joey.
Tell, Bill
what's up, Joe? No,
Joe Schiavo, let's go, Garb. Let's go.
Scats. No, I remember Joey Scats Joey Scats. That's the first time I've seen him comment. Joey Scats was on the scene way back in the day, man. I'm talking like 15 fucking years ago. That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out Joe.
Hey, Joe Scats, you want to come on and talk old school MMA?
Yeah, no, he would wear these like flashing jackets. He was tight with the Migler East brothers, Phil and Ricardo Migler East down in Philadelphia there.
Matt Lee saying they need to get Platinum Mike Perry a match soon, and Joe Scats is back. Says can't wait.
What's up, Joey?
Joe Scats, you're going to be on the ground. We will be on the ground for Knucklemania 5. I think you and Bill should link up. We should for sure.
Absolutely. Cheesesteaks before the show. No, cheesesteaks before the show, Joe. Hell yeah. No, that's going to be a good day. No, that's going to be a good day.
Hit us up on Facebook, Joe. We'll link up, get some content going. More than welcome to come on the show. Bill knows
Joey
everybody.
Scats.
If you can't already tell, Bill knows. If they've fought in Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, Jersey, between the years of this sound like a mesothelioma commercial, between the years of 2013 and 2020, you may know Bill Bookwalter, and you may be entitled to compensation.
Bill Bookwalter may know you.
Or if you don't know who the fuck he is, he was that guy in the cage with you. But
the guy from that thing. I was the guy from that thing. I can live with that.
You can't, much like I said, if you can't tell by Johnny Garb's answers that he's an Italian, if you can't tell that the brick Pat Brady doesn't love Bill, even though he took a point from him for losing his mouth guard, which who the fuck
I made him better.
You know, we had a nice conversation about that at the presser. It was great. It was funny.
I made him better.
Joey Scott says, okay. I say, Joey Scott, you can't message us on YouTube, and I appreciate you tuning in on YouTube. We're trying to grow that channel. I don't know
Like
how you
and
found us, but
subscribe.
we appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you're on there. Joey Scats, if you can, hit us up at Chkm8 MMA, Chkm8 MMA on Instagram, Facebook, wherever else you're at, and we'll coordinate. We'll coordinate linking up with you on the ground in Philly, January 25th for Knucklemania 5, the BKFC debut and the homecoming for Mr. Dave Feldman.
These two would be those to hook you up for sure. Joe says he needs a ticket.
Damon Feldman had 30 left last time I talked to Damon, which is Dave's brother.
They added seats.
Johnny Garb selling. Yeah, they added seats. That was just announced as well. Hit up Garbarino. Garbarino's to get a ticket. That's the best way to support him. I'm sure you can link up with him right down there in town. And like I said, at Chkm8 MMA, Joey Scats, Chkm8 MMA, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're at. We'll get you linked up with Mr. Bookwalter if you're not already friends with him on Facebook. And we'll link up and do something on the 25th. Tanner, do we got anything else? We're running a little over today, buddy.
No, that's really, it. Just the Garb. We got Vegas 101 coming up. Super excited to have UFC back on. I'm off this Saturday, ready to watch.
Yes, I am ready to watch.
Covered all the bases, really. We'll be back.
We'll
be back on Mondays with the midday show now that we actually have some fights to review on the midday shows. So that'll be a good time. And yeah, back to normal regular scheduling. Excited. Really happy excited for 2025.
Bill Bookwalter nights next week, 12 p.m. show Monday. You're down with the sickness?
Yeah, I'm on overnights next week, but I can do day shows.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Monday, 12 o'clock. Tanner, Bill Bookwalter, and myself will be here. You never know who's going to stop by.
I can do two of them.
That Wednesday. Well, you might get two shows from us next week. Time will tell. Probably going to be a Monday midday show next week. Don't know if we're going to do anything Wednesday night. I do know we have confirmed. You've heard his name here on the show before. He's pretty good at the Muay Thai, is from what I'm hearing. Gary Mack confirmed for the 22nd, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. We'll be back on our nightly show after Bill Bookwalter's night shift hiatus. And, of course, that following Saturday, tune in to Chkm8 MMA. We will be bringing you stuff on the ground all day as much as possible. We say this, and we might not bring you much at all because we might be having fun. We don't know. But check in with the page. Follow.
They'll be sending it to Tanner, and Tanner will be getting it out there. Don't worry.
I mean, that'll work. If that works for us, we don't want to put all the work on Tanner, but we might do a live stream from Philly. We'll see.
That's what I do, baby.
We're gonna have the family with us. Tanner with his crispy mic, Bill with his shiny. Bill, can I just ask? Are we gonna do the Diego Lopez? Diego Lopez. Shout out to that. Diego Lopez just entered fight camp today. So he said, "See you soon, Bill." Are we bringing the hair to Philadelphia? Bill Bookwalter in Philadelphia, Knucklemania 5, the BKFC debut of the Diego Lopez mullet. Bill, will we? Because it's cold outside. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it when you went to that parade in New York because you said it was too damn hot. But Bill Bookwalter, January in Philadelphia kind of sounds like a good day to bring out the Diego Lopez mullet out into the world. And
I would absolutely do it. All you gotta do is tell Christy. If Christy says it's all right, I will bring the mullet.
Christy Ober was watching. Bill Bookwalter's personal manager and life partner was watching live from Instagram. I did see that earlier. Christy Ober, if you're with us, pack the mullet in the day bag.
If she says it's a good idea, I would do it.
It's coming to Philly. All right. With that being said, I think we're going to get out of here. Bill looks like he's transferred over to Coca-Cola, probably because he realized he was seconds away from. Oh wait, what is that?
Molson Canadian.
Well, it's almost water.
Cola.
My dyslexia did not have me read that right.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was too. Anyways, shout out to everybody that tuned in. We had a fuck ton of people coming on Instagram. That'll be a new thing. We're doing that live all the time. And if you see Tanner's beautiful mug on there with that porn stash and that crisp ass microphone, you make him in there and put some stuff to tickle your ears. We appreciate everybody tuning in.
Drop some love. Appreciate it.
We got mad love still in the Facebook stream. If you guys have real quick, whoever hits the comments, next comment, impromptu, ask a ref for the 15 or so people watching on the different platforms and the 15 or so people watching on Instagram. drop a comment if you have a question for Bill. While you're doing that, I will remind everybody you can get us, as we said to Joey Scats earlier, at Chkm8 MMA across every social, Twitch for game streams, Instagram, YouTube. Our YouTube is popping right now. The Instagram's blowing up. We appreciate you guys. We've set a goal for this year, and we're already starting to crush it. So we're hoping that tracks. Full episodes available at Chkm8 MMA on YouTube. Usually the day after or 2 days after they air. Live.
Yep, I'm getting back on track with those.
Clips available at social media at Chkm8 MMA. Of course, we talked about the fresh roasted specialty grade 2-order coffee. tinyurl.com/Chkm8 roasters. Use code Chkm8 in the checkout for 10% off and free shipping. Winter drop will be live till at least me and Bill get back from Philly. We're going to leave it out there. James Payton, shout out James Payton, Johnny Garb, let's go.
Go, Johnny Garb.
James Payton, we look forward. We might consider doing a meet and greet on the ground with some Philly people for lunch. If you're on the ground in Philly and you're a fan of Johnny Garb's, you're a friend of ours, let us know. Hit the socials, drop a DM at Chkm8 MMA. We could come through. If you guys missed it again, Little Canada. He's crispy on
Got room for one more.
Got room for one more. I think I rambled enough. I think that's everything. No questions in the thing for Bill this week, so we will save that for a Fight Junkie segment next week where you fans... Hey, James Payton, shout out James Payton. Go ahead and give us a follow at Chkm8 MMA. Slide in one of the DMs on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and let us know, and we'll let you know what's going on, but that's the best way to get hold of us at Chkm8 MMA. Hit us on Facebook or Instagram, Chkm8 MMA. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. All the new Instagram followers. Tanner live from Wyoming, Bill live from Lancaster, me from wherever the fuck I'm at that chooses to remain nameless. Fight Show, episode 65, Bill. We'll be back with 66 Monday. Until then, peace out. Philly, we're coming. We see you.
Thank you, guys.
See you.